Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I am Richard Leland Neal, and today I am reviewing on Richard Reviews Children's Books, The World of Horror Aliens by John Hamilton. And this is an interesting book for children because it covers things like the old Doom video game, which I did not see until I was 14. The film Starship Troopers, which is one of the hardest R films I have ever seen in my life because it is so gory. There are images here from Alien, and there are images here from classic. Oh, here's an image from Alien. Do you want your kid to see that? And there are images here from a lot of classic science fiction. Again, the purpose of this book is to convey information. It is not to entertain. That's one of the things about this as a non-fiction book. It does not tell a story. It furthers your knowledge of something. And if you have a child that wants to read about horror movie aliens, clearly this is a great book. But if you don't want your child reading about horror movie aliens, this is not so great a book. One of the things you look at this book and you think, okay, well, my child will be reading about a lot of movies and video games and other things that will expand their horizons. Yes, but you also have to take into account that if your child is inquisitive like I was as a kid, they're going to want to go watch those movies and play those video games, and not all of them are suitable for children. Some of them are quite violent, like the original Doom, which had imps and, lots of things I can't really talk about on a channel like this because it's designed for children. And it's just one of those things about this particular book. I don't know what the age range is. There is a reasonable amount of text if you look here. Okay, you've got almost half a page of regular size, or more than half a page of regular size font. So this is a book maybe for your 10 or 11-year-old as opposed to maybe your 8-year-old. I don't know. I think I was reading books that were much larger than this when I was 7 and 8, but you have to just take into account the subject matter is the question, not the reading level. This is a book that very young children could read. It's not quite a primary book, so I think that from a reading standpoint, a second grader or a first grader should be able to handle this pretty easily. But it's just is the content matter appropriate for that age range? And again, that's something you would have to decide for yourself. If this is something like, for example, you want your children to be involved in movies, a great book for them. But again, very dicey on whether you want your child to read a book like this. Anyway, that's my opinion. I'd love to hear yours down in the comments below. I am Richard Leland Neal.